we have this chance to embody anything. And so I'm pulling down all the layers of my conditioning. I'm ripping apart everything that I was taught and everything that was learned, and just trying to see the earth with fresh eyes. You know? Hello there, human race. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sure that there's plenty of you that actually have no idea what you're doing too. So we're just on planet Earth, making it up as we go along. That's what we've done for thousands of years. And so here I am, back in Mother Nature, as you can tell, back to the roots, because honestly, nothing feels more real than being out here. It's been years and I haven't been able to be myself because they have an idea of who they think I am. And I'm sure that you feel the same about yourself, your family, your friends, everybody has an idea of who they think you are. And so I'm just taking you on a walk through the woods, and I'm hoping that I can embody something that's different than what people think I am, because I have no one to impress. I'm not trying to impress you because I don't know who you are. I've never met you, but I feel that more and more and more we are beginning to see the veils of our identities crumbling down around us, and we're starting to realize that we are all connected at a level that we never really thought. So there's going to be a lot of blonde moments because my brain doesn't work quite well. I was hit by a tree and my spine was crushed and I had a concussion. And so not everything is very smooth with the way that the words come out. But um, I just want to say that when that accident happened, I I was knocked unconscious in the woods, and for days I was unconscious. I didn't know what was going on, but yet my body was writhing. I was screaming in pain, but yet I don't remember any of that. And so what was happening to my consciousness was that I was actually connecting with all of this, all of the trees, all of the birds. And I just remember like soaring over the woods and just becoming one. It was basically like a shroom trip, you know, when you start to like realize how everything is so interconnected with your own being. It was kind of like that. And I felt just love, utter oneness and love. And so that's what my near death experience was like. And it's made me realize that I don't want to live inside of a shell that others have created. And everyone's really open in this particular like life that I live. Everyone's pretty open, but it still doesn't give me the opportunity to just express the way I want to. And so like I'm going to just express it with you guys, whoever connects with this. And I just, oh look everybody, look, the snow is coming down. I'm just using my phone right now. I do have a GoPro, it's kind of broken. Yeah, anyways. So I don't really know who I am, and I'm sure that a lot of you don't know who you are either. You're just in a human body suit, you know. You've been told kind of what you're supposed to be. You've been given a name. You were given an education. You were brainwashed into following the societal norms because, you know, that's what you got to do. Otherwise, you'll end up in prison. Nobody wants to end up in prison. So I'm going to bring you guys with me every day on these walks, and you'll watch as slowly but surely the weather begins to change. So today we are in the deep freeze. It's December and there is snow everywhere. Look at that. Ah, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, I hope that you don't get sick from my jolting around. I don't have a drone or anything. Oh my god. I'm gonna be falling a lot too because it's really slippery. Anyways, so we have 18 acres here and we can walk around it and it's enough. It's enough to feel pretty content. You know, it's got multiple streams up in Canada. I feel rather, free. And used to live on a sailboat, which was the epitome of freedom, or at least I thought it was. And then I realized that, there's a lot of stress involved in that. Anyways, I don't know really what I'm getting at in this video. I just wanted to, this is the first time that I've had a chance to potentially connect and use a stick. Hello. Hello. Whoa. Dun, 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 dun. This is crazy. Sorry, I'm having like a lot of fun. I've never had a phone before that really works. And so this is cool. I get to take you guys out on an adventure. That makes me happy. I just want to be able to talk to people without people judging. I mean, you'll judge. You'll definitely judge. Sorry. I just mean with preconceived notions of who I am, which is exciting. So let's pick a topic. Does anyone feel, what's the word? Limited? Does your brain feel limited? Do you feel like there's certain thoughts that you can't have? Certain concepts that you wish you could explore, but for some reason there's like all these roadblocks inside your brain? I constantly feel that way. I don't know if you do too, but since like we're all kind of one and the same, I thought you might. Anyways, it feels like the only things that I'm able to contemplate are from the concepts of the English language. And so I feel like I'm very governed by those particular concepts. And, you know, there's one word for love. I feel like there should be tons of words for love and freedom, adventure, exploration, the universe, and our all-encompassing consciousness. Like, there's just, whoa, I just realized I exist. Whoa. You know, when you like realize you're like, I exist in a body. Out here in the woods, like you can't help but feel so freaking grateful. I wish that more of us could experience this. And so that's why I'm like trying to do this, because I want to share with you. I want to share with you what it looks like to live in the last little bit of wild that we have, because I can guarantee you it's not going to last unless we change. And I don't think that these giant mega corporations are planning on changing anytime soon, because they're not people, right? They're beings. They're giant kind of monsters at this point, and they're just sucking up everything that they can, and they're using the little human beings as their like little cells to move stuff around. Like, look at it. Just look at suburbia for a second. You're in a house. Everybody has a car. You get in the car and you drive to work. You're basically a cell moving around veins. That's literally what you are. But they've made it seem like it's somehow different from the human body or a tree or something. We're also connected. And I'm not saying that corporations are evil, because evil again is a human concept. My goodness, we're gonna get into some deep conversations here. But basically, they don't necessarily care about individual cells within their organism. Like, you're not going to care necessarily about a skin cell on your nose. You're just going to scratch it and flick it off. So they don't really have a concept of individuals, which is understandable. They're a giant beast. So But us little humans, us little apes, we've learned for 100,000 years or however long to live in little groups, right? We evolved to live in little hunter-gatherer groups with each other. And this kind of society that we live in now is created by the organism, and basically, like I said, we've become its cells, and so we have to find our own place within this massive creature. And so you can be like many of us who have just decided to kind of leave they call it the rat race, leave society, the city, the concrete, the rush, the hustle and bustle, and just come out here to the quiet. Which I was ruining with my voice. But again, we're all part of this, so like a wolf. Ow! Right? It's all part of it. So I think I just heard something. Whoa. Anyway. I wanted to say that if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depressed, it's because you are not living in an environment that you have evolved to live in. You're just not. Humans haven't evolved to live in tiny little apartments isolated from each other. Think if you were to do that to rats. Rats need to connect with each other. They're social creatures. And if you do that with humans, they develop all of these illnesses, these mental illnesses and diseases and stuff. If you were to feed rats, think if you were to feed rats all of these artificial products, preservatives that you have at the store, they would be super sick, which is what's happening to our society. But the organism doesn't necessarily care. It sees that there's a demand for something, and so it supplies it, and it gets the money back, which is basically the organism's blood, the money flowing. That's what it runs on. Eventually there'll come a time where it doesn't need humans anymore. It'll just have its artificial intelligence running absolutely everything. We'll just become like horses, expendable. We don't use horses anymore as a means for everything. Transportation, farming. They were a huge, vital element of our society. And now they're just beautiful to look at. They're in races. They're for show. It's not like it's not like they're necessary. That's probably what's going to happen to us. Whatever extraterrestrial consciousness has taken over this planet, if it is an extraterrestrial consciousness or it is just universe, I don't know. We don't have the words that I want to use to express to you what I'm trying to say. But this first video is a lot to cover, and I don't even know. I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm in the woods. I woke up this morning to our new rooster. Oh, he's loud. But yeah, I'm just making it up as I go along out here in the woods, and hopefully eventually I'll have actually written something and can convey it to you properly. But this works too. I think that improvising is important because it shows, I think it reveals certain truths. It reveals what's like going on inside of us. And so I just want to connect with you guys. Like, I want to let down all the barriers and just kind of peel the layers off of this creature that I'm in, and hopefully your own, just to make you realize kind of who and what we are. Now, I wouldn't necessarily post this under one of my social media accounts of people who know me because, number one, they'll laugh their socks off. Number two, they won't be able to take it seriously. And I feel like I would be editing myself a lot if I was doing it for them, but I'm doing it for you guys, whoever you are. I'm really happy that I can connect with somebody in the present moment who doesn't necessarily know everything that I've been through in my life. And it's kind of nice. I mean, sure, I'll probably share with you some anecdotes of experiences that I've had, but you won't know all the the downfalls and the evolutions and the traumas and everything that's been through this little creature. So that's kind of exciting for now. Taking you up the little path. Woo! There's so much on this property to experience. There's so many little micro ecosystems, I want to say. We've got a maple valley down there. We've got this gorgeous highland hill that I'm on. It's full of quartz crystals and moss in the season where there's no snow. But for at least a quarter of the year there's snow. So be prepared for a few more months of that. But then in springtime, you guys can come and we can go and explore all the magical little buds and the sprouts and everything. So beautiful. And I'll share with you like what we can eat and stuff. I'm so excited to bring you guys. Sorry, I get excited about things like that because I just want to share it with somebody who cares, I guess. We're not necessarily what they think we are. And a lot of people who would see this video would think, oh, this particular human is on drugs. But I'm not on drugs. I was just hit on the head really hard, and it shook me up to realize that we have this chance to embody anything. And so I'm pulling down all the layers of my conditioning. I'm ripping apart everything that I was taught and everything that was learned, and just trying to see the earth with fresh eyes. You know, I'm trying to not care. I don't want to care. I want to care, but like, I don't want to care what people think. And yet I'm making this on a channel potentially where no one knows who I am. So I do still care, but I don't know, it's complicated, you know? It's so complicated. This is like Narnia, isn't it? I love it. Anyway. I'm so grateful that I could connect with somebody. Whoever you are. Like, this is great. Look it up here. Ooh. It's a winter wonderland. Onward, men. Onward. So, just wanted to say thank you for stopping by, and I'm sorry if I bored you with whatever I may have said. I maybe bore myself, I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, I want to try to peel all the layers, and so that sometimes means going into existing traumatic experiences, because traumatic experiences are where a bunch of your energy in your human self has been trapped and locked up. Whether, you know, like if you have a traumatic injury to your spine or your arm, you know, it'll seize up and tighten. Well, it's the same way with emotions. They would become blocked. And many of you probably know about the chakras. So you need to release all of that. And the only way to do that is really through meditation. And again, connecting with nature out here in the woods, because the trees don't judge you. You can literally talk to them about anything. They are fantastic listeners. Right, guys? Yeah. Or this little, you know, the dog, which you probably can't see, sorry. The dog is also great, animals. But just connecting kind of with that inner voice inside of you, which many of us try to shut off with drugs and alcohol. We don't want to necessarily connect with that, because it gives us a sense that we are in control, that we have the power. And that's scary to think that. That's scary to think that you're responsible for your healing. But you are. There's no one else that is going to do it for you. You can go to therapy, but the therapy, it's not just somebody that's going to fix you, like a car goes to a machine shop and gets fixed. No, it's a give and take kind of an experience. The therapist can only do so much. You have to really be there, constantly in the body of the creature that needs the therapy. So you've really got to silence somehow your mind, which is really, really, really hard. I won't lie. Quiet the mind by deep breathing, by meditating. And in that, you can start to connect with that. I'm going to say higher consciousness because there aren't a lot of words to use, but it's a form of consciousness that isn't your mental chatter necessarily. It's rather kind of an observer, observing the thoughts that are coming through. So imagine your thoughts kind of like a river or a stream coming through, like little ducks. And you just kind of like are like, "Oh, hey, random creepy thought. Bye-bye." And just watch it go down the river. Don't judge it. Just look at it. Don't like go like, "Ah." I mean you can judge it. What am I saying? But try to just let it go is what I'm saying. Like don't hold on to it. You want to let it through. It's like holding on to like a fart or something. It's gonna hurt inside you, right? Like I remember in high school, all the girls, they would just hold in their gas because to release a fart was like, oh my God, you're disgusting. Like that's what guys do. You can't do that. So for years, like I would have all the stomach cramps because I wouldn't be able to do that. And recently, I don't give a shit because who cares? Anyway, let it go. Let it flow through you. That's what you want to do. You want to just, yeah. So what else am I saying randomly out here in the woods in the morning? La la la. Just with the trees, with the lovely trees and the lovely people who are there. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Oh my goodness. Us girls, we've got a rough time, especially those of us who don't have the ideal body shape and hair color and skin stuff that, is suggested to have by the media, is kind of forced upon us. And so, it took me many years to realize that I don't need makeup. And as you can see, I have contacts in that are colored because I broke my glasses and I don't have any other contacts, so that's kind of why I'm wearing them. And they just look really cool. And I feel like more confident in them. So that's not the makeup, but so some of us wear makeup, some of us have push-up bras and really fancy Gucci products, I guess. I used to be obsessed with like designer labels and stuff because that was what was considered really cool when I was younger, and I guess still today it is. No judgment though, because I understand. I was there, so I'm not judging anybody. What's the point? We've all been at various levels of ourselves where we're just like, anyway, yeah, I used to spend tons of money on that stuff. And then I realized, like, oh God, I'm like unhappy and I'm buying this stuff to try to make myself happy. Like, there's a point in your life where you realize this is not where I want to be. Sorry, this is where I want to be, where I am. But I'm saying, like, there was a time where I was living in the city with a horrible desk job and I was like, "Wah." Like I felt like I was dying. And for those of you who maybe have a desk job and who hate it, you can get out. Believe me, you can. I'll explain totally how to do it. I have other YouTube channels where I attempted to do that, but I felt like I was being, I don't know. I feel like here I can just say whatever I want and I won't edit it necessarily. I just don't want to care. I've cared so much for so long about what people think. I don't want to care anymore. So you can literally create your freedom. I've done it many, many, many times. But the thing is, you kind of have to know what you want. That was cold. Ice just went down my back. Okay. Oh my God, there's snow. Sorry. To manifest. So we're getting into a lot of things in this video because I'm just kind of like giving you an example of what we're going to cover throughout this whole adventure together. Can you tell that I studied acting? I'm probably pretty bad at it. I haven't acted in a very long time. Anyway, manifesting. You can literally manifest anything. I could probably manifest my ability to just soar up into the sky right now, but I haven't really been focusing on that because I don't really care about doing that right now. I'm cool with being on the ground. Oh, but look, there's a bird up there, just as I said. Sorry, I probably didn't catch the bird, but there was a bird up there just as I said that I wanted to fly. We are literally, I'm the bird. We are the trees, the birds, the plants, people. We're everyone. So when you're mean to another person, you're just being mean to yourself. Like, not yourself, but like yourself and them. The consciousness being that's inside you that's like perceiving the world, that's in all of us. So if you're being a dick to another person, you're kind of being a dick to yourself. But I get that sometimes you need to be a dick. It's all part of the universal experience of being a human creature on planet Earth. Woo! No, but what I'm trying to get at with the whole manifestation thing is you have to know what you want in a way. If you really want freedom, you have to imagine what freedom means to you. So for me, freedom meant living on a sailboat, right? So I had pictured in my mind living on a sailboat. I played all this music to generate this kind of euphoric experience in my mind. And then within a few months of, like, this was me doing this every day. Like, I was manifesting, imagining, concocting constantly. Within 3 months, we were looking at a sailboat. We went from having no money to having money to buying a sailboat. And the sailboat was pretty cheap too, like, which was very lucky. We didn't spend like $100,000 or $50,000. We spent $8,000 on a sailboat, 30 foot, which is like pretty decent. And then we lived in it with 3 people for a year. So that's plus an animal, forgot to mention. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, gotta imagine what it is that you want and then feel it. Let it fill you. Oh, my cell phone's dying. Okay. Let it fill you up from the top of your body to the down and then up through, and just let it resonate. Experience. There was a study done where the mind literally can't tell the difference between something that it imagines and a memory. So imagine anything that you desire and it can come true. Put your mind and heart and soul into anything and it can become a reality. I am living proof, my friends. I wanted to live in the woods and now I live in the woods. In a tiny house, by the way. So, well, like, it's full of spiders right now, but that's okay. Anyway, I have to go because my phone is dying, but I don't know you. I don't know any of you, necessarily. Maybe a couple. But I love you because we are connected. You're in your little body human, and I'm in my little body human. And we're just experiencing this really weird world together. And so I'm just really happy that I can finally connect with you guys. I hope that this works out. I hope that I actually share this with you guys, because I'm afraid. We'll peel off our layers together, okay? We'll peel off all of our conditioning and our layers together, because I'm here for you guys, and you can be here for me, and we can be here for each other. So if you like this video, you can like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you want to subscribe to it, do so. If you don't want to, then don't. It's perfect. Anyway, love you all, and I hope to see you in our next video where we'll talk about something exciting. Alright. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Bonsoir. Or, I guess it's not the middle, but anyway. Goodbye.